Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel or my little corner of the world. If this is your first time here, I'd like to welcome you. And if you're returning subscriber, viewer, I'd like to say welcome back. And I hope that today finds you all well. Okay. I seem to be spending more time in my car lately, running around and what have you. Okay. So please excuse the background. If you like some of the things I talk about or have a suggestion or whatever, please consider subscribing and clicking the like button. And by all means, let's have a discussion. Okay. My only request, I don't want to say requirement, I'll say request, is that if you disagree with me, that's okay. Okay. You can disagree with me. That's fine. That don't bother me, but I just ask that you do it in a very kind, polite manner, not insulting, not abusive. We have so much hatred in this world, in this country. It's tops. So much hatred in this country. I don't want to bring it on this channel. Okay. So, anyways, I just wanted to talk about now on my phone. There, you go on the home page and it's the news, and I happen to notice this Dr. Levine. He's part of President Biden's government, whatever. And I guess he was taking some backlash because, well, he is saying about young kids, well, transitioning and all this for the young, but he was glad he waited till he was older. And I guess he's catching some flack about that. But you know what really just got me was whenever they was talking about his credentials, and he says, that he is a pediatrician. But when it came to the part where it says, oh, and he's a mother of two, ah, people, that is not true. And just because the media keeps repeating it doesn't mean that sooner or later we're going to say, oh, well, okay. He's not a mother of two. He's a father of two. Okay. He did not become pregnant and have a fertilized egg in his uterus and carry the child for 9 months and have a vaginal delivery. He didn't do that. So to say that he's a mother of two, I think really takes away from A, the mother, and B, uh, women. Okay? Look, this is America. And it seems that that kind of behavior is not offensive to the law. Okay. These people that are trying to change their sexes. Okay. Um, but, not only my personal belief as a Christian that, not, I mean, I'm trying not to be, I'm not trying not to say something that somebody's going to say, oh, it's offensive. Okay. But not only my faith, but, biologically speaking, biologically speaking, women and men have a chromosome pair, XX or XY or whatever. And they think that merely by mutilation therapy of cutting, cutting off a part or uh, getting a vagina made by turning the penis inside out. Oh, man, it sounds nasty. Um, but you can't look biologically speaking. You cannot change your sex. Yeah, I that and let's just say in 400 years they find a guy that transitioned into a woman. They find the skeleton, and if they're able to get DNA, what's it going to show? They're going to say this is a male. This was a male, and vice versa. Okay. Now, I'm not bashing these people. I kind of feel sorry for them that have the dysphoria, uh, that they're not happy with themselves. But people, everybody goes through that. I've gone through a lot of days where I'm not happy with myself, or like me being in high school, for instance. And I'm not a big guy. I'm only 5'7", and I was just skinny as a rail in high school. And yeah, I thought, oh, geez, look at all these guys, football players, on and on and on. Okay, and so I guess you could say then I had dysphoria. But everybody goes through that. Everybody. And if it becomes severe enough, then talk to a professional. Okay. And if this professional right off the bat says, well, then you need to transition, find another therapist. Okay. Find another therapist. Um, because there are so many people that, it breaks my heart that I seen one girl, she was transitioned or whatever, and she regrets it now, and she can't have children now, uh, and no breasts, okay, and she regrets it, and that decision is as final as death. All right, and it should not be said. Well, this is what you need to do right off the bat. And I'll tell you something: the medical, not all, but the medical community. I watched one lady. I guess she's a surgeon, kind of smaller, blonde-haired lady, and I was watching a video where she was talking about all the money that they can make, like how they can make the most money doing these surgeries. That's absurd. That is absurd. It's just money. And lately the medical profession just seems to be a business now instead of a vocation. You used to go to the doctor and he would sit and listen to you, or she would sit and listen to you and take time and that. And now, like my doctor's office, for instance, the doctor has, or the nurse practitioner has, a 20-minute window. You must get this patient in and patient out. And it offends me because I was referred to as a customer. Look, when I'm sick, I'm not a customer, I'm a patient. Okay. But, anyways, I'm straying a bit, getting back on, this doctor that was saying how much money they could make, et cetera, like that. And I just thought, oh, that's not what medicine's supposed to be about. All right. And everybody, like I said, everybody has dysphoria um, at some point in their life. But talk to somebody, because the majority of times it's a temporary thing. It's just a temporary thing. But we have guys that think that they're women now, and vice versa. Thinking they're men and whatever. It really disturbs me whenever I seen one article where this person, I guess, would be the first man that got pregnant. No, no, this is a biological woman that is now on testosterone and whatever, and she has a beard or something, but she's a woman. I don't know of any woman that has a prostate gland, for instance. Okay, so I'm trying not to be offensive, but this is going way too far. It is going way too far. And in the end, these poor people that do this kind of therapy, they regret it. And, like I says, I cannot change my sex any more than I could change what I am. I could say, well, now I want to be identified as a Labrador retriever. I know we look similar, but that you may refer to me as that, and that might be my pronoun or whatever. But the reality and the truth is, mm-mm. There's a guy that had himself done up and his teeth sharpened where he's a cat. He's not a cat. There's one guy, I think in France, you might have heard about this, where he had himself done up. He's an alien now. No, he's not an alien. He's some poor mixed up guy that just totally and permanently destroyed his appearance. Okay. And the cat man. You're not a cat. That's impossible. But it just seems like if the media keeps throwing it at us, throwing it at us, throwing it at us, that we're going to believe it. I guess you would call it their truth. Okay, and that's another video. But um, I heard a CNN guy. He was talking about, but my truth. This is my truth. Well, let me tell you something. Two and two is always going to be four. There is truths, and if your truth supports your lifestyle, well, that's a decision of your opinion or whatever, but that's not truth. Okay. So, anyways, I'm sorry. I really hate to make a video on it's something like this, but people, this is going way too far. It's way too far. All right. So, anyways, that's all I'm going to say. Like I says, if I've offended anybody, it's not my intention. I love everybody. We're supposed to love everybody, and I do. I have friends that are in gay lifestyles and wanting to be this or wanting to be that. I have friends, but I love them. Okay. I don't agree with what they're doing to themselves, but I love them. And we are to love everybody. All right. So that's all I'm going to rant about. As I said, it's not my intention to make a video that offends anybody, but oh, people, this is getting way too crazy. Okay. So, anyways, until next time, please take care of yourself. Please love your neighbor. Okay. And I will talk to you next time. And I pray that the blessing of God falls all over you. Bye bye.